All right, buckle up. We're starting our climb out of the desert on what folks here call the Beeline Highway. They named it that because it's the fastest way from Phoenix to the cool mountains, cutting through miles of rugged land that used to take forever to cross. See how the big saguaros are disappearing? We're heading into the Mazatzal Mountains now. This whole area means place of the deer in an old language, and it was a secret fortress for local tribes way back when. You won't believe how old these rocks are. Some are like 1.6 billion years old. Whoa, look at that! Pines everywhere! We just hit Rim Country, which means we're close to Payson. This town popped up because of all this water and timber, making it a perfect spot for folks looking for a break from the desert heat. Payson's pretty famous for its Wild West stories. This is where a super popular writer named Zane Grey fell in love with Arizona. He even built a cabin near here and set a bunch of his cowboy books right in these hills, making this place famous.
Nothing but the blood,
And get this, Payson also has the world's oldest continuous rodeo. Cowboys have been showing off their skills here since 1884. It's not just a show, it's a real piece of living history that keeps the old cowboy spirit alive. We're leaving the heart of Payson now, but don't blink. The best part is still coming. We're getting closer and closer to something truly jaw-dropping that you have to see to believe. See that giant wall of rock in the distance? That's the Mogollon Rim, and it's seriously massive, like a 200-mile-long cliff. It plunges down thousands of feet in some spots, showing off layers of Earth's history from millions of years ago. We're pulling into the parking lot now, surrounded by these tall, whispering pines. This spot marks the beginning of our grand finale. Get ready, because the view from up here is absolutely legendary. All right, here we are. This is it, the edge of the Mogollon Rim. You're looking out over the huge Tonto National Forest, an amazing mix of trees and nature that goes on for miles. For thousands of years, this big cliff has been like a natural border, making it super important for wildlife and people alike.